Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, and to be fairly honest, there's not much to talk about. Kind of already talked about it already. Yeah, both Global and JP have had their maintenance updates today, and Brave Exvius on the JP side really doesn't have that much going on right now. As a matter of fact, I would go so far as to say there is nothing going on right now. Most of the New Year's banners, the New Year's banners are over now. The 10-day summons bonuses are over now. We are basically kind of at nothing. The Final Fantasy VI is coming to an event is coming to an end fairly shortly, and looking at what is to come, basically, well, right now, currently there will be the repeat of the Hyoh event, which even if you've already beat it like I have, all the rewards are reset, so you might as well play through it, but other than getting some lapis, it's probably pretty easy to move on from this. Now, I already talked about what I thought of the enhancements. I think Hyohs are pretty overrated. I don't think that he is quite good enough. If you didn't get CG Lightning or CG Bartz, or heck, even CG Terra, then, and you didn't get Axstar, and then really at this point, then you could probably enhance Hyoh, but I don't know if it's still worth it at that point. Maybe you should just try pulling on newer units that are going to be stronger. But Tifa, while getting true dual wield, is probably the one that I might enhance just because I haven't enhanced anything in a while and I'm getting kind of bored. So maybe I'll just do that for fun and do a video on that later, especially since Tifa just came out on the global side. So that's kind of interesting. Speaking of which, other than global news, nothing particularly exciting there that I really want to talk about that I haven't already talked about. And you may be wondering, was there anything that came in the data mine today for the JP side? And the answer is no. Not really, anyway. The only thing that really came from the JP side is basically another Super TMR banner, much like this one, so it's the same kind of thing. I do believe it's Cloud, Zack, and Eileen. And I'm sure Alan put Eileen on there not because there is a new super difficult challenge that requires maybe a little bit of machine killer. But yes, for the most part, Brave Exvius on the JP side is going to be mighty boring for the next little bit. So much so that I'm probably just doing even logins the following week after I've farmed the Hyoh event for all of its lapis. It's the way it goes sometimes. But there is one thing that we're going to do tonight. There is a brand new trial here on the JP side, and it is the most difficult trial. It even outshines a Blood Moon. That should tell you. Blood Moon Kai has been kind of just the most difficult trial. There's been, I think, a little bit of a case that could be made for Shinryu as well, since Shinryu is very damn difficult. But Blood Moon has just kind of been the worst. Now, the question is this the new worst trial? Well, taking a look at let's see the rewards first. The rewards is a fist, and more than that, I have to say that it's really kind of funny because it shows two fists on there, and it's supposed to be a true dual wield fist. Okay, all right, that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. It's 162 attack, 50% accuracy, 75% physical damage versus humans, with a 1.4 to 1.6 times mod. This is interesting to say the least. It has a really high modifier on it, and the human killer is probably worth its weight in gold. Not only that, but it has a pretty high attack. Being under 180, though, it will suffer a little bit from the new damage formula. But seems okay. Yeah, let's just try it. So we're not going to try super hard here. I should also mention, killing both of the arms with magic is a goal. Now, now I do know a little bit about this trial, so that doesn't seem impossible, but at the same time, this might be the hardest earned UOC ticket in the history of Brave Exvius. Cast a summon as well as lightning and light magic ×2 for a 10% dress removal. You know, I feel like they should do maybe a bit more. So let's try a little bit of a, what I would call a, I don't know, should we call this a dumb idea? Now, the thing to note is that I do know a few details about hearing from some people before recording this video, and so, yeah, that's going to give a little bit of less of trial and error, but let's go. Let's see. Because this is an interesting fight. We're not going to bring lightning on this. We are going to bring actually CG Charlotte, which, because apparently this is a trial where you want double the fun. So yeah, we're going to try this and probably die horribly, but that's entertainment. Take that off Primrose. Oh, yes. So let's get some music going here because, you know, gotta get the hype. Even though that we are going to just quickly build a unit. And we got some nice spirit armor somewhere in here. There it is. We'll just try pure stats because, you know, that always works well on the JP side when we go up against a super hard boss. I wonder if I have any good... Yeah. We're going to try and build for just pure stats and see how well we do. Again, nothing could possibly go wrong. Not magic. Do I have anything that isn't terrible? We're not bringing Primrose, so let's just try this. We'll take off the stuff from Primrose, basically. So we have a buffer, a debuffer, we have a healer, we have a couple of Reginas that should be pretty damn strong. You know, they're pretty set up. 2950 over here and 2978 over here. Ooh, his is slightly bigger. Not that size matters. We also have a tank with 1900 HP as well as 1681 defense. What could possibly go wrong, you say? Well, it's Aigaion. Do I really need to explain? There seems to be a lot of things going on. A lot of flashes. Okay, so let's see what he's done. Oh my god! So, all elemental resistance as well as... I'm not entirely sure what those are. So, let's just get into this. We'll try debuffing him first and see what happens. Probably should put some auto revive on. I don't know. It seems like a... Okay. Alright. Well, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a debuff. Well, we can debuff him for attack and magic. We can't do defense and spirit. That's a tiny bit scary. Probably going to be tanky. You know what? I feel like just being contrary. Now, something interesting to note is that the fists are not considered machines, apparently. This is one of the things I heard early. I've heard that they are classified as demons. Okay, alright, we'll just see how much we can do with two super powerful Reginas. Again, nothing could possibly go wrong. Alright, so we took out a grand total of 1500 HP. Super. Well, we will provoke here, and we will shield cover. Because I've heard that this guy is all about a physical provoke, as well as a magical provoke. That's right, you need 2 tanks to cover this. Well, Regina survived, kind of. I mean, okay, we made it through turn 1. That's pretty cool. Alright, we made it through turn 1. Well, let's do the Regina Limit Burst combo, which is pretty good. Alright, hey, we killed one of the arms. Alright, we're doing really good so far. The arm is super weak. I'm sure nothing could... never mind, the joke is over. Also, we should have debuffed, or protected our Reginas probably better, but that's fine. We'll get there. Or is it this one? I think it is. Super debuffed. It doesn't matter. Alright, so we have Provoke up. We're just going... Ooh, let's make sure that he still has his thing. Some of these enemies cleanse their abilities, and if that's the case, then we are... Well, we're freaking dead. Now, I'm kind of scared he will do something incredibly powerful, so let's do that, and let's try and survive another turn. Okay, Regina's dead, but she's back up. And then that happened! Oh, okay, alright, so that happened. Tiny bit scary, but we will survive. Maybe. That's a big maybe. I'm already feeling like I want to change Regina out, or not Regina, Aerith out for Warrior of Light Lena, just because triple white magic seems really valuable in this fight to maybe get off another re-raise. So we're going to need to provoke again. We're running a little scary on MP already. Okay, and Regina here. Have to remember which one is her heal. Oh, that's her damage, and let's just defend for now. And just because I'm terrified of this thing, maybe we should just debuff him again. Sure, debuffs for everyone. Those were the wrong ones. Hey, okay. Oh, well, Regina's are dead again. Happens. I'm surprised. It's turn 3 and we're not dead yet. The question is, can I make any of my characters survive long enough to actually get anywhere in this fight? Alright, ooh, is... Okay, alright, well, we'll see how this works. Also, I kind of want to sneeze, but I'm going to hold it off. You know, maybe the best offense in this case is a good defense. Okay, alright, we're getting punched a lot. Aigaion doesn't seem to be hurting us, though, so... Hey, we're still alive this turn. That's awesome. Alright, so we will do the hurt and heal. Gina's are up and running. Now we will do that, as well as... Oh, I don't know. We'll try this. We want to put up some... I'm just terrified that... I mean, he has his... But we're going to break him anyway. Break that guy in. Alright, continuing to shield. I don't suppose this robot's charmable. Oh, no, we're just dead. And he's still beating us to death. Ah, so turn 5. I'll show him who's boss. Haha, he was not expecting this. Well, permanently thumped, I believe is the term. I think that's a good term. Fire resistance might be kind of nice. Alright, well, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, you probably shouldn't try a second time. So let's think of what we can learn from this. We learned that Aigaion is a bit of a douche. He has a fair amount of power, regardless of how strong we are. Yeah, I think that's about what we learned. Hey, let's try Hyoh. He has some fire resistance on. We'll throw fire resistance on our girl too. I think we need to switch it up. Yeah, I think that Lena's just going to be better here. The fire resistance alone probably makes her better. So, forgive me, I will just have to switch over some stuff onto her very quickly. Maybe quickly. She can equip light shields, but where's that one? Yes, now we can equip heavy shields, which is pretty cool. Oh, we could put that shield on. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't help. I'm messing up all my settings just to try and make this work. Now we'll try that. Obviously, I'm not super trying incredibly hard on this. I'm definitely, you know, seeing what we can do, but really, this fight, from everything that I've heard of so far from people on the forums and whatnot, and then in the Discord, this fight just seems to be unbelievably difficult. The amount of, like, sheer stats you probably need to beat this thing, it doesn't even feel like a trial that is designed for the current content. It feels very much like a trial that for content that is not even available yet. Like, it feels like it is just for units that are super far out. So the other thing we're going to do this time is, well, death resistance, probably not as good. Let's try a little bit of Bosch. Bosch has a pretty good shield. Makes us pretty tanky still. We got some lightning resistance on us. We have some evasion. Let's put on just a little bit more evasion too. Which it just occurred to me that selecting attack doesn't really help us find Ring of the Lucii, does it? It's somewhere in here. There it is. I have 2 of them. We want to keep that on our tank. That probably helps us not die so much. We'll keep his own TMR. We'll take the defense one off. Just for what we're going to try and do is just going to stack a little bit more evasion on. I'm hoping that this will be a general balancing out. Oh yes, it would help if that was not selected. Hey. Alright, so let's try this again. Round number 2. Okay, we have to go through a little bit of epilepsy here, just because I guess Alan thought this was a cool way to start the fight. Which, sure, I mean, I'm not going to argue with it, but eh. Also, we are totally going to run out of music. So let me just loop that, and okay, we're good to go. Also, there could still be details that I'm missing about this fight. This is brand new, so we'll just, yeah, try and get this going. Oh, look, wait. This time we defense broke both of them. Interesting. There might be, and this is a mechanic that I've heard is in this fight, break resistant. So it doesn't always work. Oh, 65. We might be able to kill that next turn. Alright, Alright, we'll see if that works. We're still undoubtedly going to get hit really, 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 really hard. But if we survive, good enough. She's still technically alive. Okay, Charlotte is doing a pittance of damage, but good job, girl. And full healed, and now we should be able to kill the right arm. Maybe. Oh, we got both arms. Alright, this will be interesting. Now we get to see what his AI does this time. Just put both of our tanks in defense. We've only done 1% of health on actual Algerian here. The other thing I've noted is that stop is a thing that can happen in this fight, and it's really, really scary, to say the least. Okay, laser, 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 laser. Lots of lasers. The evasion is working well. I don't think I used Lena's prevent debuffs. Either that or he debuffed us. Either way, it's really scary. Alright, well, we're going to hurt the ones who love us. Okay, so now we'll just start healing. There is still a good chance we just die here, which is exciting, to say the least. His resistance will last one more turn, and we'll see if next turn we can do some damage. Again, if we actually survive. Put the provoke back up. Put the... Well, no, we should still be fine. Oh, for a second there, I thought the game froze. Alright, well, let's just go. Oh, hello. Ow! Holy sh... What? What? You weren't happy just beating... You couldn't let her live one more turn? Okay, alright. So, yeah. Alderian's seems like a pretty tough fight. Even, like, there seems to be some mechanics here. There's probably some elemental resistance, too. I've heard some conflicting things. I've heard that maybe light damage, dark damage, fire damage, thunder damage comes into play some ways. I've heard stop makes an appearance in this fight. And for anybody who's wondering, even though the arms seem super squishy, the arms do regenerate after so many turns. This is another thing I've heard already. He's just an incredibly difficult fight. I'm not entirely convinced that anybody can beat him at this point without spending a metric ton of time. And I mean like way too much time. It's just not necessarily worth it. The fight itself seems... I've seen some people have been able to get him down to about 76% on the main body. The problem is when the arms come back, they actually do some restorative to the main body and do prevent break resistance, which is probably the scariest part. The idea that he can just essentially, get past cover, that he can do elemental damage, that he can do stop, that he can heal himself, that he can put up break resistance as well. The break resistance is dispellable, I've heard, but it just seems way too much. Even with the incredibly powerful units that are out right now, it seems just way too difficult. And probably it was designed that way for a specific reason, because again, these trials are not built for free-to-players. This one, definitely not. This feels like this goes way above and beyond even what I feel like are currently available for Super DMRs. Of course, there may be people who beat it within, today or the next few days. It's a brand new trial, and of course, the AI being data mined will probably give us a much better idea into what's going on. So consider this an early look at the super robot. Boy, did they want him to be hard this time. Probably a better way to say that. Anyway, see you next time. See you next time.